So first, because I love ghost stories, haunted houses, and all that kind of stuff, did you have a ghost story that haunted you as a kid growing up, something that maybe even every now and then you think about today?
Yeah, there was one time I remember some kids in the neighborhood. We had climbed on this roof of like a house that like no one lived there. And I, felt like that I saw somebody in the window and bolted, and everyone saw me bolt, and they ran, and then they were like, why are we running? I go, I think I saw something in the window. So I'm never sure if I actually did or if I just wanted to kind of pump up the excitement on a summer day.
Those thoughts tickle me to no end. I love that stuff. We had sleepaway camp Cropsey, and I love thinking about Cropsey every once in a while, and the orange Cropsey moon.
Yeah, what's that mean, Cropsey?
It is an evil entity that used to haunt the sleepaway camp that I went to,
really?
And whenever the moon would turn orange, it would be a Cropsey moon, and everyone would be on high alert. Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like there's an actual legit Cropsey documentary out there too about the true stuff that happened too.
Cropsey moon. Yeah. Gotta watch out for that.
I think about that too much. Speaking of which, you need to make more horror movies.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Well, I guess I did, I did one other one. Anaconda's not really a haunted.
That counts. It's a monster movie. Yeah. That's genre.
But it is kind of a genre that sort of seems recession proof. It's like people always kind of, what is it about us that wants to be scared? I think
be scared in a safe space.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Very well said.
I am putting in the order for you to do another horror movie so many years later, please. I wanted to highlight Justin's work on this film because I'm really excited about the idea of him getting to direct a big studio film. And I've got high hopes he'll wind up doing more in the future if that's what he wants at least. So what is something about him as an actor's director and a leader on a project of this scale that you would be excited for more actors out there to get to experience?
Well, I mean, it was kind of, for Justin, I think this was like a really, it's a big Disney movie. And right from when I first talked to him and we were kind of talking about the character, he just has a very kind of engaging, kind of upbeat way of talking with everyone and actors. And you always felt kind of comfortable to kind of try stuff and encourage. And he could kind of come up with good lines himself and good ideas because he has a good sense of humor. And just kind of, unflappable. And that's kind of a nice quality in a director too, especially for somebody kind of coming on to something so overwhelming and just always kind of stayed himself.
Speaking of the rest of your team now, they just released a featurette today that highlighted the importance of having a good ensemble here and also how much fun you all had working together. So can you give me an example of a time on this set when like a scene partner gave you just what you needed and it made something in your own performance even better?
Yeah, I actually think some of the ghosts, some of the makeup and everything, that the way these ghosts look was, pretty, terrifying kind of and unnerving. And so that was just one less thing to act because it is, it kind of throws you. And so it was easy to sort of get that feeling.
That is exactly what I need to hear about this movie right now. Given the fact that you have worked on many, big studio movies with a lot of VFX, is there anything that made like even you go while you were standing on this set, like, I cannot believe this is what it takes to make it look like that on screen in the end?
Yeah, I think just, the sets and kind of building kind of these, mansions and some of the sort of the outdoor scenes that we did that were, still shot on a stage, but then out on like the back lot. And it was, sometimes you go to work on a movie and it's kind of a, small movie and, it's fun to work on. But this was kind of a movie where you're like, whoa, this is a big Hollywood movie when you saw those sets and how kind of impressive they were. And again, sort of like with the ghosts, it's one less thing to act.
You feel it while you're watching even just trailers and promotional material. I'm already catching myself like pausing on every single frame to look for little hidden details. So is there anything while you were on set that you caught in the production design that just like caught your eye and you appreciated, and you hope that viewers, when they see the movie, will pay attention to that thing?
Well, I think, we also were in New Orleans and shooting at some of those places and the way these trees looked. It's funny that I'm kind of talking about the trees, but it was just kind of this long road flanked by trees. And these trees were like, what was the name of that scary moon that you talked about?
Cropsy moon.
Cropsy moon. It's like you would not want to have a cropsy moon in these trees, kind of. Yeah.
I would enjoy that.
Yeah.
A little bit of a silly question for you. So you, as in real you have to spend a night in a haunted house. You could pick 2 Haunted Mansion cast members to team up with. Who do you choose that you think would give you the best chance of surviving the night in the haunted house?
I think Rosario, kind of her work sort of, in, Mandalorian, and she's very capable, and that's just kind of her kind of upbeat spirit. So definitely her. And then Jamie Lee Curtis, she's pretty formidable too as a person. So I could see both of them kind of calming me.
I think that sounds like a perfect pairing to me. So now for your character in particular, going into this whole crazy mystery, can you give me at the beginning of the film what you think his greatest strength is, but then also I want his greatest weakness, the thing that could stop him from being a good team player maybe and figuring out the mystery?
I think my character's greatest strength is probably his enthusiasm in getting people sort of to play as a team and supporting everyone. And then his weakness is his sort of relationship with the truth is, not, completely faithful.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Piquing my interest right now. I already have sky high hopes for this movie. That makes me want to see it even more.
Good.
Congratulations. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you.